Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime? With your hosts Steve and Colin. Uh, Today we're continuing our journey into the beautiful journey. Oh,
The Beautiful World,
it's
I
the
guess. Although I don't think The Beautiful World is the name of the first series. I think that's the second series.
Oh. Anyway, we're talking about Kino's journey, or Kino No Tabi.
Kino no Tabi.
I still think we're talking about a cat.
I was, yes, in my mind, exactly the same thing.
Maybe next episode let's start with Kino No Tabi. Meow.
That's the sound that Hermes makes when he drives past.
Oh yeah. Meow.
Beautiful.
It's third episode of this, so third week of your enjoyment of listening to our voices talk about Kino no Tabi, describing every moment that we remember badly,
Yep.
and then talking about it because we want to tell you what our views are.
Our views are important.
Yeah, our maddening views.
We've definitely got some sort of mad views, that's for sure.
Mad views. Just like mad respect, man. Mad respect.
No, I don't think of it like that. I think of it as just like mad.
Yeah, well, that's, most people that knows us will probably see that.
Probably know our mad views.
Yeah.
So yeah, today we're going to be talking about episodes 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we are starting off with episode 4, Land of Adults.
Oh, the line of adults, man.
Remember I said how the show was bleak?
Uh
Right. I was right.
huh. Yeah. Remember I said you'll learn everything that you need to know in like an episode.
You were also right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
So this is essentially Kino's backstory.
Yeah.
And how fucked up that country was. So anyway, yeah, so it starts off with the current day Kino and Hermes lying in a field of flowers where she's singing a song.
Mm-hmm.
Red flowers, to be precise. Red pansies
Yes,
or something?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. And she sings a song, and then Kino says, "What we're going to do today, brain?" And Kino goes, Kino goes, "The same thing we do every night, Pinky."
Go to a country that's fucked up as shit.
Oh no, it seems that way. But today she just reminisces about her past life.
Yeah, like, reminisce seems like such a positive word.
I mean,
I feel like it's more like it's like actively remembering trauma.
oh, sort of, because it starts off with her going, "Yeah, I was called something against this flower, and this flower had negative connotations if you used it in a search slur, and that's what the kids called me. I don't remember her name, no.
Nope.
No,
Just Kino.
just Kino. Which we find out
Boy.
she's essentially taken from a traveler who visited her country when she was 11.
Yeah. She she liked his name so much. She was like, I'm gonna take that. But yeah, he comes to stay in, I think it's her parents own the inn.
Yeah,
And he's like repairing his motorcycle,
yeah.
you know,
Oh no,
in the
no.
basement.
No, he just kind of stumbles upon her and he asks her about, oh, I need an inn. And she's, oh, well, you can stay at our place. We have an inn.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
wandering the streets and he sees the automatron, I think they're getting called.
No, hang on. Motorrad.
Motorrad, yeah. Reminds me of
I don't know
Fallout.
why.
And
Oh, yes, it made me think of that too.
Rad Roaches.
I don't know what motorrad is actually. I mean, it must just be a type of bike, I presume.
I think it's just autonomous.
BMW motorrad is a thing.
Oh. Maybe it was.
It's German for motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
How about that?
Yeah.
You learned something today, folks.
Yeah, we teach you things sometimes.
Yep. And
I-
now be prepared for us to just fuck up the rest of your mind.
Yeah. Unless you watch this show, because you should just watch it.
Unless you watch this show, in which case your mind's already goop.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, so she's basically there. He sees it. They take him in, and then he basically says, "I'm I'm a traveler." And she's like, "Oh, so what job do you do as an adult? Because every adult has a job." And he's like, "Oh no, I travel, but that doesn't sound right." And everyone seems so happy here. "Oh yeah, that's because they're adults." And it's like, "But that doesn't make sense because you can't just enjoy your job," type thing.
yeah. She's like, I think I'm more of an adult than you are. He's like, maybe.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever floats your boat, kid.
And then, so they see one of the kids that was taunting her that yesterday. Oh, that's the kid from yesterday. Oh yeah, it's his 12th birthday. He's off to the hospital to become an adult. He's like, what?
to have his adult operation.
Yeah, that is adult operation. And then she goes into it and basically, at the age of 12, everyone's a kid till the age of 12, and then after 12 you become an adult, and you go for an operation, and basically, regardless of what you feel, you're always kind of happy at doing it, even the wrongs, and keeping everything right. And I think later in the episode, it's really shown how.
Oh, it is. It is effectively, hey, at 12 years old, we're going to state mandate a lobotomy for you. I hope that's okay. Any of that fun stuff you had working around there, don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's not. I hope it's okay.
No, it will be okay. Chill the fuck out. You're about to be lobotomized, kid.
Yeah. So she's basically talking to Kino, who's the traveler.
Mm-hmm.
He basically tells you about the motor rad, in the sense that you'll make a pact with him a while once he fixes it up. And it's basically the pact that he can keep the balance of the bike or he can go fast.
Yes. Oh, there was an exact sentence. It was it's a trade, or it's a.
It's a pact. I thought it was a pact.
A pact. That's what it was. Yeah, you're right. It was a pact.
So anyway, so she, so they're doing that, and then she says, "Oh, it's my 12th birthday in 2 days," and he started
where I get my lobotomy.
Yeah, because like you said, she says, "Oh, I'm more adult than you," and he's like, "Well, your definition of adult, I agree, but then you're a kid." I was like, "No, I'm somewhere in between. I'm just Kino."
Oh God.
This
is just miserable. It's so miserable.
Oh yeah. It's all these countries are all kind of self-contained
and all fucked.
And all of them are just. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just.
I feel like this might be the first episode title for our podcast where I will have swearing in it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be called "All of These Countries Are Self-Contained and Fucked."
Yeah. It's kind of like another kind of metaphor of like, you got to mingle, essentially. This would be the best one way to describe it. Anyway, so
actually, the podcast episode is now "You Gotta Mingle."
Don't build the wall. Don't do Brexit.
Yeah, don't do Brexit. Oh God, is that what we've got to look forward to?
Possibly.
Lobotomizing children when they leave primary.
Hopefully, it's looking a bit up now with the change government.
It's certainly marginally better.
Mm. Anyway, so off track. She basically starts questioning about it. At the opportunist moment as well is when the inspector walks by and they go, "Oh, hi, inspector, how are you doing?" And then he goes, "Dad, I don't think I want to be an adult. It's to have to. It's like, how dare you, disgraced family! Just in earshot of this government official, who then basically goes, "What? Did I hear that right? She's disdained the family. Must get rid of her." And it's all your fault. And as Kino kind of walks around the corner, it's like,
he's doing this amazing sort of with Hermes, and he's like, huh? And turns around, and everyone's like, kill that guy. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And it's like, no, that's cool. I'm leaving anyway. And the official's like, yes, that's fine.
Yes.
We won't put you any harm as we're respectable adults. And he's like, oh yeah, you guys are pretty reasonable, eh? And then
I think he says something like that. That's a respectable idea.
Yeah. So oh, and then they turn around and there's this mob, and the father is holding a blade, just like what was it? What was the green dude from Final Fantasy with the lantern?
Sid?
No, like he was the bad guy, and he just had a knife and a lantern, and he was really hard to kill, but it would one shot you because he does like.
Oh, I don't know. What one?
Maybe the seven, but I think he's in all of them. I can't remember this guy.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Anyway, it's basically
this is exceptionally dark though, because effectively he's having a conversation with his Spectre, going, "It's like I don't know where we went wrong." He's like, "That's fine. Just just fix it." He's like, "Yeah, you're right.
It's
fix it."
It's holding a knife and it's fixing it. Is like bloody like straight on.
Yeah.
Charge with the knife towards.
Just as a wee knifey charge
towards his daughter. And
what? Why? What's happening?
And then Kino's like, "Oh shit!" So he just kind of dives in the way, and then he's like, "I don't know what happened. He wasn't there a minute ago."
He's like, "Why would anyone do that?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't know. It was an accident. Like, whatever. Clearly, this is fine."
Yeah. What should I do now? Oh, finish the job. So I'll just rip that. I'll rip the knife out of this guy, and then
is it not the wife is like, "Yeah, take the knife out," and just they're like tugging the knife out of Kino. You're just watching this guy's body like going, and there's this blood flying everywhere, and then Kino, in quotes, young Kino is like, gonna get knifed.
Yeah, it's just like, what's happening here? And they're all kind of just laughing. All the adults are just laughing because, like,
what a predicament! I accidentally stabbed this guy.
Yeah, it's like, all right, shows you how fucking insane they are. And then Kino's there. It's just like staring death and thing, and then Hermes speaks to her. Goes, "Hey, kid, you want to get out of here? Just jump on me and we can run away." And it's like,
"Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'm not actually bothered. I don't want to be an adult if it's going to be like that." So she was kind of accepting death at that point. And then Hermes jumps in. It was more.
My God.
She was accepting death in a sense of shock, I think, more than anything else.
It's so fucked.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. And yeah, like the knife breaks on Hermes as they like accelerate away.
Yeah. I think
nearly hitting a child that she had blown raspberries at earlier on.
Yeah, that's only because she's getting taught how to ride a bike as it's going at like 30 miles an hour.
That's fair.
And then they run away and end up stopping in a field of red flowers. And Hermione goes, "That wasn't very nice," as she kind of falls over and lies on the ground. Who would do something like that? To which it then kind of like flashes forward in time to the current Kino, who is driving through the forest, and I think Hermes is saying, "Oh, I'm going around a field, we better go and get someplace." And then she sees the red field of flowers, so she drives in there and topples over on the bike, and Hermes goes, "That wasn't very nice. Who would do such a thing?" And then she bursts out laughing.
The end. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, She's survived and escaped the place.
Holy crap, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is just so bleak.
Well, I told you the other ones were a bit minor compared to this one.
I still have questions about whether Hermes can be heard or not.
I think he can, because there's a lot of people who seem to respond to him in later episodes. At least that one later episode.
I have debates around that as well, where it's like, I guess like you could also take the awkward silence in between as someone interacting with the last thing Kino said. It's like, none of this feels good.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. How do you rate this one then?
It's got the heartache, the action, the why, what?
A lot of that, yep.
I like it. I'm going. I think I'll give it an 8.
I agree. It's just like I said, none of this is bad. It's just, oh man,
yeah,
this is rough. This is rough.
It is. Yeah.
Talking about rough. Welcome to episode 5. 3 Men Along the Rails. The most pointless episode in history, and by that I mean it is just, hey, would you like to see a 25-minute long dictionary definition of the word futility? Because we have it for you.
Yeah. Oh, this is the railroad one.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So this one starts off from driving through a forest, and Kino going, "I don't like forests." And where Hermes goes, "Is it the caterpillars?" Like, sort of. Can I also state, like, do you think Kino sounds like a 1930s sleuth type person?
Maybe.
It's like, oh, it was a hard day when she walked in, and
I guess we need like a little bit more self narration, to really get on board with it. But I can get what you mean.
yeah, she just seems like, yeah. And then Dirty Harry walked in, and all hell broke loose. Just a bit more Spider-Man noir.
Yes. Sometimes I light matches and let them burn down to my fingertips just to feel something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in the forest, and then
She spots a rail track.
Yep, and starts riding along the railroad, and it's she notices a dude on the railroad polishing the rails.
Yeah.
And she can see like very far in the distance, like how much and well he's done his job, because all of the rails are exceptionally shiny.
But where all prior to that is they're being rusted away and overgrown.
Yep. So he's doing a good job.
And
he has been doing that job for 50 years, it turns out.
50 odd years. Hermes
Hermes
was worried that there'd be a train, but she noted that there wouldn't be one because of the way everything's overgrown.
That's a good point, actually, yeah.
So he meets up with him and he goes, "Hey, you mind moving out of the way? You're in my way." And she says, "All right, no worries.
Got tracks to clean."
Yeah, but first let's have a break and we can talk about stuff. So he's been doing it for 50 years. He's started in the railroad company at 18. He's got a wife, and all his salary goes
all his wages, yeah.
Yeah, and he was basically been told to do this job because they thought about reopening the line.
Yep.
And it needs cleaned up.
And she's like, "So when will you be finished?" It's like, "Oh, when they tell me I'm done."
Or I reach the end of the track. Or I die.
Or I reach the end of the track. Or I die.
Yeah.
Hooray.
And
Small
then
victories.
Yeah, and then she basically says, "Oh, can you tell me a story?" It's like, "All right. I went to this country. It was futuristic. All those robots did all the work for everyone, and no one needed to work. Yet, they went to work anyway, because their currency is stress."
Oh God, that's right. That's what it was. It's like, so what we do is to enjoy our lives more, to make more money, we take stressful jobs. Hooray! It's like, doesn't that sound like a great system? Absolutely not.
No. No.
No, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
But he's totally into it. He's like, it's just great, isn't it? This is amazing. It's like, yeah, no, not really.
Yeah. And to which state the man, the person they met on the railroad was like, yeah, no, that doesn't sound great.
He gets it.
Yeah. And then as Kino's leaving, he asks him a question. Hey, where are you going? And then it just kind of grace scales this image out.
So it keeps doing this. It's like this really dramatic. So tell me, traveler, where are you headed?
Yeah.
And it's just like exaggerating a still frame of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And then that's the end of that whole bit with that guy.
Yeah. She's still on the railroad.
Yep. And it's good smooth sailing because the guy's cleaned him up real nice.
Yeah. So...
Everyone's really good, and then and they find the next guy.
Yeah. So there's another guy who's taking the railroad apart.
I cried a little bit at this.
Yeah.
Guy's been doing that job of cleaning the tracks for 50 years.
Uh-huh.
And this guy is like, what, a mile behind him?
I think maybe a bit longer.
Still, though, it's like, none of this mattered. Your whole life hasn't mattered. How long have you been doing this? 50 years. Oh my god, none of your life has mattered, ever.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is just like, I'm going to make sure that your job, your legacy, is nothing.
Yeah.
You may as well never have existed.
Look, this is like where Hermes was like meets up and he goes, "How long have you been here? 50 years? Oh, that sounds familiar."
You're like, yeah, it does, Hermes.
I smell something.
Oh.
And then they have a break, and then he talks out. I think was it his brother? His 5 siblings or something needs the money, so that's why he's working. He's going to work until they tell him not to, etc. And Kino tells him the story of the place where he didn't really need to work. And then he also has one final question for her, which is like, "Where are you going, traveler?" And this way, it's like end of the like a weird one of the shows, and it goes do 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 do, but it's not that tune.
It's like the very end of a 1970s horror movie.
Yes, yeah.
Where you've just find out who the killer is, and it's like,
yeah, or Police Squad.
Yeah, like it's absurd.
Yeah. So she continues along the tracks.
Yeah, and you know, well, there's no tracks anymore, but then well, the tracks of the tracks, but then then there's more tracks because they meet a third guy.
Yeah. Yep. Meets the third guy. Basically he tells that his mother got sick, so he has to be the breadwinner because he started at 15 on the railroads.
Yep.
And he's been doing this for about 50 years. Because the Hermes like, let me guess.
It's so bad.
Yeah. And he's relaying the tracks because they might use it.
Yep. So, to just summarize, the first guy was cleaning the tracks in the event that they decided to reuse the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
The second guy was tidying up the tracks because they don't want to use the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
The third guy is rebuilding the tracks in case they need the tracks. So they never told the first guy that his job doesn't need to be done anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't tell the second guy that his job did not need to be done anymore.
Yep. And probably the same for the third guy.
But the worry I have is, right?
Uh-huh.
What if they just didn't tell them? They have never been home in those 50 years.
Yeah.
They've never heard from their. What if they just stopped paying the money?
I don't think this is the whole episode, though, is it?
What do you mean?
Does this not go on to
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking hypothetical here.
at this moment in
Like
time?
just like what happened? What, like, those poor guys think that they're slaving away for their families, but what if they were like, we don't actually need that to be done anymore. Send out the next guy. Stop paying that guy, and then they forgot to tell him.
I mean, going by
It's all
this enemy's MO, it's highly likely that that's the case.
fair point. Um, you're right. That isn't the end of the episode, but then yeah, we have another traveler where you go and
Yeah,
moment.
but she doesn't tell him the story. She says, "No, I'm not very good
No,
at telling the stories."
I'm
He was
I'm
like,
not interested.
and he's like, me neither. And then off she goes, and then she reaches a fork in the road, right?
Yes. Yeah. This is the which way do you want to go? Oh, you choose. No, you choose. Oh, let's go left. Okay. And then she goes right.
Yeah, is it that?
It might be.
No,
The basic. This is the
no.
bit where. This is the bit. Oh no, that's another bit. This is the bit where she finds the abandoned land. There's basically no one. She's been riding around in it for 3 days, and she's like, and Hermes is like, "Well, I guess there's no one here. We haven't seen anyone for 3 days." And then a guy goes like, "Woo!"
He's got his mullet and the tie loosely around his neck.
He looks like a lawyer who's just lost his last case. He's just like,
I mean, technically he does. So
I mean,
basically tells the story how the king was a awful ruler and would kill people for just being against him. So they managed to have a revolution, and then they all agreed that the majority will rule.
Yep.
But
Democracy is the majority.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
And then it tells that they just kept having majority rule, and everything just was the death penalty. Kill him! Kill him!
But how many people was that? Oh, we did that 13,000 times. You're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
why?
How many
What's wrong with you all?
How many people did you sentence to death? 13,000. And then it was like a year ago, there's only 3 of them left, a dude and him and his wife. And
then we killed him.
Yeah, and the dude was like, this is pointless, I'm going. No, you got to stay. Majority rules. Dead.
Dead. You have to stay so we can kill you.
Yeah.
And then his wife died of sickness.
Yeah, she got a cold, but he's not a doctor, so he couldn't do anything.
Yeah, whoops.
So then Kino tries
one of those.
Yeah, Kino tried to leave, and he was like, "No, you can't go. You're going to stay here." And he points the gun at her, and it's like, "Oh, all right. Well, I vote that anyone that brandishes a firearm at anyone shall be killed." And Kino and Hermes both vote for where he votes against.
Yeah, and he's like, "Wait,
just leave me alone."
Yep.
All right, no worries. Majority rule there, and they leave, and then you just hear some gunfire in the back. It's like, oh well, he didn't need to do it. He was the only one there.
He was committed to the bit.
He was to the very end, literally. And then they reached the crossroads.
That's the crossroads, and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, because it's this bit where she wants to go right, he wants to go left, and he's all right. We'll go left because it doesn't really matter. That's right, it doesn't really matter. And then she just veers right, and then Hermes is like, "Oh, it doesn't really matter unless you want to go that way," type thing. This is your opinion.
Oh, this show is so sad. All of it's so sad. How do you rate this one, Colin?
I kind of like it. It's like, say, all these episodes, man, they're all got some weird metaphor symbolism in them.
Some incredible sadness.
Mostly about sadness, yeah. So, I don't think maybe as strong as the last one. but I don't think it's terrible. So I'm kind of middling
No,
on an 8. So 8, 7.
I'm thinking 7.
Yeah, maybe a 7.
It's it's executed well, no pun intended. Yeah, man, it's just a double bill of depression. This one.
Yeah. Well, we never really know if that was the same. That must be this kind of the same country that sent those 3 guys out, right?
Oh, the cannibals.
No, the railroad dudes,
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
because they followed the tracks till they got to the town.
Oh no, that's even worse then.
So
Just all their families dead.
yeah,
Oh man, that's way worse.
yeah, no,
That's way worse.
no, yep. So what was it? Is it like it's like see no evil, say no evil. Um, hear no evil, say no evil.
Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil.
Yeah. So that maybe what the 3 railmen might represent somehow.
Maybe they're just like 3 poor tragic guys who are like have been working away their entire lives, completely unknowingly having avoided a complete massacre in their hometown, where it turns out their entire family were murdered, potentially over the fact that they don't like salt and vinegar crisps.
Potentially, yeah, because it got to the ridiculousness of it.
Because if you think about it, as they say, it's like majority rule, but that majority rules means that everyone who's not in the majority dies, right?
um, mm,
So potentially at that stage, they're effectively maybe even halving their population closely almost every time they have a disagreement.
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that if you take it like that, I thought it was just basically over the dealings. So it's like a couple of people.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure, but it depends on how many people have to get involved.
Yeah,
And if they keep dragging more and more people in to try and win the vote, eventually they're going to run out.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Of course, the way they're killing people is like pretty horrific in the sense that it's like getting them, hanging them,
Did them work?
hanging them in a noose over a big giant cliff, and then cutting the noose. So
They were in a bag. In a big, like, tarp bag. Tied in a knot.
as they dropped 20 to 30 feet.
Holy shit. That's so awful.
It's oh man,
What a
pretty
show.
yeah. What a show! Shows you the goodness and humanity, eh?
Oh, yeah. I feel great.
Yep.
And on that note, we've hit the end of today's episode. Thank God. So, as always, you've been listening to Who's That Anime, a podcast about anime which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. We really like to read your reviews. It's always super cool to see if people are enjoying the show. So if you do like the show, please leave us a review. If you haven't already, that is of course, but if you have or you can't, telling people about the show is another way to help support us. If you want to support us in any way financially, you can do by going to patreon.com/Who's That Anime, where we have several different tiers of support, all and any greatly appreciated. We also have a Facebook page, that's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post all the latest anime memes and, of course, the latest episode releases. We have a YouTube channel. That's where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. And of course, we also have access to the podcast via RSS feed on the YouTube channel too. You can find that by going to www.youtube.com/Who's That Anime. Colin and I also occasionally like to play video games.
Occasionally,
So, of course, occasionally, and by like it's sometimes. If
Been
you
a
want to
while.
basically, Hey, sometimes we used to stream. We don't really do that anymore. But you can go to twitch.tv/couchfuel or twitch.tv/Hail Payman for Colin and myself respectively. And if you want to hear or see any of the stuff from those channels, you can find the archives of those on youtube.com by searching for @couchfuel or @hailpayman. And that is us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. It's Evil weekend today.
It's what?
Evil weekend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I've been watching that.
Been going okay, has it?
Yeah. I mean, apart from the big shutdown of IT all over the world.
Oh, yeah, about that.
Yeah, that was funny. Because I saw some guy and they were posting like this hotel in Las Vegas, and I was like, oh shit, that's where Evil is. And I just had like a big screen, no one can get into the rooms because the big screen for room reservations and stuff just had the big blue screen of death on it.
Yep. Crowd Strike. No.
Yeah, that's a terrible name for a company. Anyway,
it didn't work so well on this occasion.
No.
Yeah.
Other than that, the only other IT glitches I saw was in the Perth Museum.
Oh. How bad?
It wasn't that bad. It's just basically there's a projector going through the motions of showing you the changes within Perth. Perth, Scotland, okay. By the way. Not Perth, Australia.
Yep, not Perth, Australia.
Where Perth, Australia probably took its name from. Go and see. Anyway, yeah, and it's just basically extended and it shows you the start menu. You know, and then get rid of the start menu. I mean, you can interact with it, but it's protected the start menu.
Hey, we're number 114 in the animation and manga category for podcasts in Australia right now.
114?
Mm-hmm. Number 8 in Canada.
Number 8 in Canada. The fools.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah. Oh well. It's fun. Thanks, Canada.
Yeah.
You're the best. We love you.
Yeah. We do.
And hopefully it's not too warm this year.
That's pretty fucking warm here right now.
It's probably warm over there. Well, yeah. I was there last year.
Yeah, you were.
Yep.
That's right. Spreading the word of who's the anime.
I was. Not many people listen to me.
No. Till I was arrested for shouting.
Yeah. I met a guy who worked on Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
He said he works for Disney now. I was like, wait, what? That's not who made that. It's also made on.
It is not.
Anyway, all that fun time news, it's time for us to say goodbye to our lovely fans out there.
We'll be back.
Yeah, same anime place, same anime time, same anime journey, same happiness.
Beautiful. Oh god, I hope not. I hope there's more happiness in the future.
I think he's getting happier, right?
Oh, we'll see.
Find out next time on Who's That Anime.
Bye, folks.
Bye.